Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this week's princess, I'm going to go and do Pocahontas. So for the glam version of this, I'm just jumping in and I'm just going to start by priming my face with the No Problem Primer. And because Pocahontas is a little darker toned skin than I am, I'm just going in with a dark, thick foundation and I'm mixing that with some of the Pretty Vulgar bronzer. And then I'm just putting that all over my face, down my neck, and on my chest. And then I'm just going to go in with a big foundation brush and blend that all out. And then going in with some of that straight foundation, I'm just going to use that as a concealer, and I'm going to put that under my eyes and a little bit on my chin and my forehead. And then I'm just going to tap that out with my finger. Then once I have that done, I'm just going to go back in with the Pretty Vulgar bronzer, and I'm just going to take that into the contour areas of my face. I'm also going to take it a little bit on my collarbone and darken up some of the area where I'm going to be creating that fake cleavage. And then I'm just going to go ahead and prime my lids with the Smashbox 24-Hour Shadow Primer. And then going in with the e.l.f. X J Kissa palette, I'm going to go in with this orange shade, and I'm just going to use that as a transition, and I'm just going to put that all into my crease and blend it up as well as down into my lid a little. And then to darken up the crease a little bit more, I'm going in with this Morphe palette, I'm going in with this orange shade, and I'm just putting that directly in the center of my crease. And then for the lid, I'm going in with the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Love Signs palette, and I'm going in with this yellow matte shade, and I'm just going to use my finger and press that onto my lid. And I'm going to go in with this teal matte shade, and I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line. Then I'm just using a black eye pencil to coat my upper and lower waterlines. And then going in with the Wet n Wild black liquid liner, I'm just going to create a wing. And then I'm just going to coat my lashes. And then for lips, I'm just going in with this Bite Beauty lip pencil, and I'm just filling in my lips. Once I have my face done, I'm going to go in with a brow pencil and just sketch everything in. So I'm just sketching in where her clothes are going to be. I'm also going to sketch in that fake cleavage, as well as the necklace that she has on. Once I have that all sketched in, I'm going in with my Morphe palette. I'm going in with this light brown shade, and I'm just going to take that onto the very top of that upper part of the dress, and then I'm just going to fill in the bottom part as well. So for the lower section of that upper area of dress, I'm going in with this mango yellow shade from the Mayron palette, and I'm just taking that into the spot that I left empty, and then I'm blending those two colors together while the paint's still wet. And then to lighten up the edge a little bit more, I went in with a white body paint from the Mulan palette, and I'm just putting that on the very bottom edge of that section. And then to darken up that lower part of the dress a little bit more, I'm going in with the dark brown shade from that Mayron palette, and I'm just taking that into the shaded areas. And then while the paint's still wet, I'm blending those two colors together. I'm also taking that dark brown onto the very top edge of the dress as well. Then to deepen up some shadows, I'm going in with this matte black shade from the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm just taking that onto a flat brush and putting that onto the very edges. And then going in with the Color FX palette, I'm just taking that onto a fluffy brush and creating the shading around the dress. I'm also going to be taking that same shade and shading around the necklace, as well as shading that cleavage area as well. And then going back in with that white body paint, I'm just going to fill in that section that's hanging down from the necklace. And then I'm going to use the teal body paint from the Mayron palette and fill in the rest of the necklace. And then to darken it up a little bit more and to create some of those shadows, I'm going in with the Global Body Art teal body paint, and I'm just adding that to the upper edge, and then I'm dragging that down. I'm also going to be taking the light blue body paint from the Mayron palette and adding that to the bottom section to create the highlights. And then going in with that straight teal color from Global Body Art, I'm just creating the lines in the necklace. And then using a white body paint, I'm just going to create those sectioned off areas. And then I just added a black wig, and that's it for the glam version. For the gore version, I'm just going to start by using a baby wipe to create some of the rips that I want in her dress. And for the gore version of this, I kind of wanted it to look like she had been attacked by a raccoon and got rabies. So I did make this prosthetic from latex paste, but then decided that I wasn't going to use that afterwards, and I went in with this scar wax. So I'm just using some spirit gum, and I'm applying that to the area that I'm going to be applying the wax, and then I'm tapping that out with my finger until it gets tacky. Then using some makeup remover, I'm just going to add that to my fingers. It makes it easier to work with the wax, and then I'm just going to drag out the wax in the area that I want it and kind of flatten it out a little bit. And then I'm going to take the end of a makeup brush, and I'm just going to create the bite marks in my skin. I'm also going to be rolling out some sections, applying the spirit gum to the other side, and then flattening them out with my finger, and then creating scratch marks. Once I have all the wax laid out, to kind of seal it, they do make a wax sealer, but I didn't have any left, so I'm just going in with some liquid latex and patting that over all the areas that I put the wax, and this is going to make it so that the wax doesn't peel up when you're applying makeup on top of it. So once that latex is dry, I'm going in with a cream color correcting palette, and I'm just going to apply a darker shade and then apply some foundation around it to create some of the pink distressed areas of the skin. I'm going in with that J Kissa palette, and I'm just taking the red shade and I'm just running my brush over those edges. And then I'm just going to go in with some red body paint and fill in the very middle sections of all of those holes. So where all the teeth marks would be, where the actual scratch marks are. And then I'm going to use some fake blood and just add that to all of the areas that would have blood coming out of them, basically. And then I'm also going to take that onto my finger to some of the other areas where the wax didn't blend out as much as I wanted it to, and kind of hide some of those edges To darken up my eyes, I'm going back in with that Color FX palette. I'm just taking that onto a fluffy brush and dragging that under my eyes. And then to make it look like I was foaming at the mouth, I'm just using a little basic cooking flour, mixing that with water, and adding that to my mouth. And this was the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, let me know in the comments below and turn on those notifications so that you can see the next princess. Bye!